Hi. Hi, everyone that's on my page and everyone that is subscribed. My subscribers that I do have, I want to say thank you guys because I thank you a lot. This video is going to be very touching, so as a trigger warning, once upon a time video. This is a once upon a time video, and it could be triggering to some, um, and very informative for most. So triggering for some, informative for most. Okay, and this is what I want to talk about today because the title of this video is going to be, which you already see, I hate my parents because they're narcissists. Okay, and that's a strong word, to say. But I'm just saying this, okay? My parents that are narcs, both of my parents, okay? I was born to a covert narcissist father who is a military veteran, okay? So I was born military dependent. I was born into the military with my parents, and I have a mother who was a very terrible old aged malignant narcissist, and both of them are also codependent narcissists. So it's the worst of the worst on both ends. If anyone knows what I'm saying, it's terrible. So at this point, I am in travel, and things that I could be and should be receiving resources and help and love and encouragement from my parents. I have never got that, and I never will. That's just something that I've been in healing for 3 years almost. July 1st, I'll be celebrating 3 years of sobriety and 3 years of no contact with my very sick, codependent, narcissistic parents, both of them. And the sad part is very sad. My siblings have also let evil ruin their hearts, and they have also turned into malignant narcissists. So that's terrible for them. I'm the curse breaker. I am the chosen child out of my family. I am the generational curse breaker in my family. So their toxic ways and their bull crap stopped with me and my children and grandchildren and anything connected to me beyond that point is blessed. And the narcissism and the codependency stops there with my parents and siblings. It's a mess. So I've been very blessed to be blessed with discernment, and I've been very blessed to get the signs from God and to Allah, God, universe, and to listen to them. That's the key. It's one thing to get the signs, it's another thing to get the signs and put the works into action. So that's what I've done. I've put the works into action. And so it's like I'm thirsty for it. I'm thirsty. I crave the healing. I crave my healing. I crave information, more knowledge on what's going on. As I sit here and I love to have these car chronicle chats because I can be to myself. I can be in an area where I am um pretty much just me, and I can let the feelings flow and let everything go. Okay, so I'm at the stage of my, like I said, my recovery. I'm in the stage of healing and building, okay, and thriving. And once upon a time, okay, there was a little girl who was born to narcissist parents, both of them. And if anyone have narcissistic parents or exes or whatever, it's not easy. And the thing that came and broke a wall down for me was being in a narcissistic abusive relationship, okay, for almost 10 years. And then when I realized after healing, coming into my healing from that, the question came about, why in the hell would I be with someone for 10 years and let them treat me the way that I was treated? I was treated like trash, abused, and all that. And I had to ask, like, because once I started healing, I started realizing that, oh my God, I would never be around no mess like that. So, asking my question through therapy and all, I also have paid clinicians and things where I'm in counseling that let me know things and put me up on a higher bar with things. Man, let me tell you, it's wild. So once upon a time, I'm that girl, and I'm a generational curse breaker. For anybody who is a generational curse breaker, you can always comment. You can always contact me, and things like that, because I'm also a healer. You can always contact me so that I can give you some points and tips and let you know from my journey and everything, and the things, the education, the works, and all that I have done. Um, okay. La, 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 la. Okay, so as of that, so like right now, everything that I'm doing is from scratch. I'm getting it out the mud, through the help of God. Allah, everything I'm doing is from scratch. My parents don't help me with nothing. My parents don't help me. My parents never did help me. My parents don't assist me. My parents don't share resources. All the only thing my parents are worried about. Now, these are two people that's supposed to love me the most. These are the two people that's supposed to love me the best. These are the two people that's supposed to share resources with me and acknowledge me and things like that, and their grandchildren. They don't. My mother has poisoned me and my children. It's been a lot. My father, he neglects me emotionally and financially and every way impossible that he can. He ignores me. That's what a covert narcissist do. So I even begged him, I'm going to put up some clips when I see and get everything together. I'm going to put up our text messages and things of how rude and how terrible and hurtful these people are. And when people hear about the children of narcissists speaking out, and that's what they, the only thing people realize is, and that people, a lot of people, not all, because if you've been through this or going through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly, without a shadow of a doubt, what I'm speaking about. But what they do is they like to judge the children or the grandchildren or the spouses, or the so-called, the other half of narcissists. What they want to do is people want to, they want to affiliate, and they want to judge they want to affiliate, and they want to judge the reaction of the person that is hurt by narcissism and hurt by both parents that's supposed to love them the most, never loving them, never validating them, doing them wrong, setting them up for failure, digging traps and booby traps for their children to fall in, and the only thing they're concerned about is their children not advancing them. Not, they don't want to feel like their children know more than they do, or know as much as they do, which is the total opposite of what a true parent is and does. A true parent wants to see their children. A true parent, our children are a better version of ourselves, because we've lived life, we've had mistakes, we bumped our head, we've slipped down and fell and scraped our knee and got back up. So we're instilling all this to our children. We're teaching our children everything we know that's good so that they can thrive. A narcissist, under no circumstances do they want their children to thrive, and their children don't thrive unless their children are chosen by God Himself. When the child, like myself, is chosen from before the womb, star seed, okay? I'm what they call a star seed. My children are light children, indigo children. Okay, and when it comes to us, we were born in a seed and placed inside that malignant narcissist by that covert narcissist. So when you look at a person like me, you know that there's God. You know Allah God exists. You know universe is bigger than all, and love wins and conquers all. That's one thing I always told my sick malignant narcissist mom and sister, or lack thereof, both. I always told them love will overcome all. Love will conquer all. And I always felt, as a little girl, I would pray. And I remember praying as a little girl, God, I want to be like you. Because God, I don't, how they do things. Is it right? Is it fair? How they treat people and how they treat me? And so I always just prayed that, God, I want to be like you. And now in my 30s, God has blessed me in so many ways. God has overcome my life in so many ways that lets me know, and that have me assured. And anyone that knows me or knows about anything like this, I was born to two malignant narcissists. I've always been the scapegoat of the family. I've always been the one that was picked on and talked about and made it seem like something's wrong with me and disgraced because I am the truth teller. Whenever someone is around malignant narcissists that is a truth teller, that doesn't fall for their gaslighting and manipulation and their abuse, those are the ones that are like me, that are standing up and saying, hey, no more abuse, no more gaslighting, no more manipulation. I refuse it, because they'll never change. Let me tell you, I actually begged my mother and assisted her and told her, hey, let me pay for it, Mom. You don't even have to worry about paying. I'll pay for it, for her to get counseling by a educated, specialized specialist for abuse and for narcissistic abuse. When I told her that, you would have thought I slapped her in the face. And it's sad. I mean, just to see the pitifulness, to see how she turned. And there's things that they do. They will manipulate us. They will drag us through the mud. They will put us around men to be abused, even as a little girl. I remember being a little girl and being sent off with grown men. You know, I remember going to ice cream places and things like that with older men, and I didn't know why. And my mother not only is a malignant aged narcissist, but she's also a severe alcoholic. I never seen my mother sober as a child. I never can remember seeing my mother sober as a child. I was a child, the oldest of three, which my sister is only 11 months younger than me, and my brother is 5 years younger than me. So we all right there, step stool right there together, but yet and still I raised my siblings. My parents didn't raise, well, my parents had an influence on my siblings, and that shows today, because they have turned into narcissists because of my parents' abuse and neglect and things like that. They are narcissists. But I was always the one who believed that that's not the way. I've always done that. That's how I was raised, and that's what I was brought into. But I always knew, and that was God, Allah, universe in my heart. That's that light in my heart, where I always knew that they were not right. They were abusive. They were wrong. I grew up so terrible, y'all. In the military, they separated us from my family so that, you know, I can't go to, and then my both sides, you know, in my mom specifically, you know, both sides, it's just a whole narcissistic chain in my family. It's terrible, and I'm the chain breaker, and I'm the one who is if you ask them, ostracized. I don't like to say I'm ostracized, because I know for a fact that I'm being led correctly, and I have the thirst for knowledge, and I work every day. I want to say almost every day, but really it's every day. I work every day, mentally, spiritually, physically, to change the things that was instilled to me as a child. And with God's help, it's been going great. With God's help, it's really been going great. And I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful. I seek it. I'm grateful for it. And so, just, you know, it's just been, so this is my journey. When I'm doing this, when I'm doing these videos, this is my journey of healing, my journey of recovery. And I've been, July 1st will be 3 years of sobriety, because even my own mother, you guys, got me hooked on painkillers. It's sad, but it's true. She got me hooked on painkillers. I had no clue what pain medicine was. I was always the girl who, like I said, even from a kid, I knew I didn't want to be like them. I knew they were cheaters. They were abusers. I knew they were wrong. I grew up in a household with nothing but fighting, fussing, alcohol, drugs, turmoil. I grew up every day of my life, turmoil. And then being the oldest sibling, the oldest child, that was even made it even worse, because at that point I was stuck to raise my siblings when I wasn't even raised. You see what I'm saying? So that brought about a lot of different things in my life. I was hooked on, my mother gave me the first pain pill, Percocet 512, I never forget it, that I've never seen or known nothing about pills, or if they was addictive. She's been hooked on pills and alcohol for so many years. She had to know they were that addictive. and she fed me those pills. I used to have headaches and things where my body was playing out the stress from my own mother and sister calling social services on me for no reason, because they felt like I was slipping away from their grasp of knowing what was going on with me and my children every day, being able to poison us and things like that. So they actually went on a limb and actually has DSS in my life. My ex also did that for no reason. Not because, oh, you have a reason to call DSS and, oh, let me protect these children, but only because, oh, well, Kim's not answering the phone, or Kim's not, I can't get in Kim's life, and so I can put booby traps on her life and make sure she fail. The first thing I ever got in trouble for and had to do community service was stealing out of Avocados, because my mother spent my clothes money on alcohol and bingo. And so I said, Mom, I need to get my clothes, my jeans. I never forget it. She directed me to go, and now I never had stole nothing, don't know, nothing about stealing. I never stole. That wasn't in my heart to steal. My own mother, so-called mother. I like to say so-called because when you hear and when you say mother, mother seems like embracing. Mother is what I am. I'm a true mother. Love, care, embracing. When you hear that word, that's what you want to think of. So that's why I always say lack thereof, because by definition, by circumstance, she's my mother. By divine purpose, she's my mother. She's my mom. But she's never been a mother to either one of us. But my sister and brother are so much in denial. They're so sick. And I find myself praying for them a lot because they don't have the light that I have. Their poor innocent souls turned into narcissists from the pain and neglect that my parents have done to us. God had me stand out for a reason. And I thank him for it, because a lot of people, we got Wendy Williams, we got Bobby Chris, Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston. These people passed on and never got healing. These people passed on and didn't pass the test of time, the test of life. These people passed on and they were self-medicating themselves because of the hurt from narcissistic abuse, because of the pain and the not knowing and things like that comes with everything, the terrible that comes with narcissistic abuse. So I am grateful. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I was blessed with discernment. I'm grateful that I was blessed with the key to life, to God, to really guide me and for me to see things the correct way. I hear things, I see things, I think of things a total different. It's a 180 turn. And now this is coming out more because we can't help it. God has everything shifted. If it was up to man, if it was up to my parents or whoever, guess what? I would still be lost in drug addiction. I would still be lost in trying to get validation from my parents. I would still be lost in abusive relationships and things like that, not knowing why and things. I'm gonna post my messages from these two. I'm telling you, the messages from my dad is sad. It is sad how he does. It's sad, man. And so, but I'm blessed. Throughout all, I'm blessed because a lot of people, like I said, don't get these wake up calls. A lot of people don't look at the people that's right up under their head, poisoning them, treating them wrong, abusing them every day, every time they see them and things. I have given my mother so much money, folks, that it don't even make no sense. Taken from me and my children. She would take from me and my children every single day. And she got me hooked on the Percocet pills so that she can get my money, and I'm paying her to try to keep a pill in my mouth. It's so sad, guys. It's sad. She set me up for over 10 years of Percocet pill abuse. My own so-called mother. I would never do my children that way. I am a curse breaker. I don't even want. I'm undoing the things that they try to teach me and the bullshit, because it was never nothing good. All the things they taught me negative, all the bad triggers, all the bad anxiety, all the bad putting their shame off on me, guilt trips and all that. All that stuff I am working on it and being healed from, and I feel great. Every day is a new day. Every day is a great day that I have no contact with the narcissist, and I mean it. And I've been on my own now, because once being with people, like that so long, you will find yourself to a point where you attract those people that in the codependency. I have healed my inner little girl. I'm excited about that. Like I said, everything is through Christ. Everything is through God with this, because that's the only way. I have to tell you that. And I'm just blessed, okay? And that is the first part of my story. Now let me tell you, there is much more, okay? I have 37 years of narcissistic abuse. I have 3 years of healing, almost 3 years. July 1st will be 3 years under my belt of healing. You guys, the whole time, every day of the last 3 years have been a journey. Every day has been a test. Every day has been gaining knowledge. Every day has been a good, awesome day since going no contact with my own parents and siblings and ex, who I happen to have a 7-year-old with, who does nothing for his child. Nothing. Nothing for the child that he knows is his, okay? That's going to be in the second part of the story. So this is the first part of the story. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead on and sign off and get ready for the next video. Okay, so this is the first video on this. I have more to come. And I just want to say thank you for everyone that has subscribed, and please subscribe so that you guys can see the healing and see the process and the things that I am going through, because they are very relevant. The things I'm going through is something that a lot of us are going through and don't know it. What I'm going through is something that a lot of us is going through and need help with, because they do notice it. Okay? And I just want to let you know, I want to send lots of love and prayers and things out to everyone, and know that healing is possible. Redemption is possible. Restoration is possible. All this is possible. Healing is possible. So thank you so much, everyone who clicked in and watched the video. So I thank you guys so much, and get ready for part 2. I'm going to get ready for part 2, because there is a part 2. It's so much to this. It is literally so much to my life, and to the healing, and to the process, and to everything that I went through. So I'm going to go ahead on the sign out now and get a peace of mind where I am. And I want to thank you guys so much for turning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please, because this is a roller coaster, baby, that you don't want to miss once upon a time. I want you guys to see I want you guys to hear about the misfortune and things like that in my life, and the abuse and the terror and the things that I was growing up with 37 years of my life. I want you guys to know that, and I want you guys to also see the flow. I want you guys to also see the recovery. I want you to see everything and the way God has everything set up in this journey. I want everyone to see that, and I am a living, walking witness and a testimony that no matter if you was born with narcissistic parents, as long as God is for you, the whole world can be against you. It's okay, because you'll be on top. Thank you so very much, everybody. Please subscribe so I can start going live on my page. And it's just so much more I want to do. I have to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Help me get there. Thank you, everyone. Stay blessed. Till next time.